Greetings to our viewers all over the world. This is Taiwo's Academy. As earlier promised, this academy is dedicated to solving our educational challenges and problems in the areas of political science, government, and economics. Also, we have said very sensitive and important issues, especially in the areas of political science, will be discussed in this same academy. This time around, we want to look at an important topic, and I repeat, an important topic, which is national question. National what? Question. When we say national question, it is very important we discuss this topic. Very, very important. This topic is discussed. And when we talk about national question, it's a very funny thing to look at it literally from the angle of examination question. No. And I said no. National question is an advanced topic of discourse in the field of political science. And I repeat, national question is an advanced topic of discourse in the field of political science. And this time around, we need topics like this. National question occurs in most federations. In most federations all over the world, national question occurs. When I say federation, I'm talking about a federal system of government. I'm talking about federalism. I'm talking about a union of states coming together to promote their mutual interests. And I repeat, a federation is what? A union of states, an association of states coming together under a federal government with the purpose of promoting their mutual benefits. And as such, national question is always a critical concept that usually crop up in most federations. Again, national questions across different federations differ. Different countries address different national questions. The national question of a country A is different from the national question of country B, C, D, and E, and so on and so forth. So countries all over the world, or federations all over the world, do not have the same national question. I have been talking about national question. What's the meaning of this national question as a concept in the field of political science? National question simply means the critical and fundamental issues or challenges that affect the people of a what? Society. National question, I repeat, are the critical and fundamental issues or problems that affect the unity and the continued existence of the people of a society. This morning, I want to talk about my home country national question. My home country, Nigeria, has its own peculiar national question. And until we solve this national question, Nigeria will continue to face some political challenges. Nigeria national question by definition, are the critical and fundamental challenges or problems facing the Nigerian Federation. I repeat, Nigerian national question are the critical challenges or problems facing what? Nigeria as a federation. And as such problems or challenges continue to affect the political entity called Nigeria. It continues to threaten the unity of the people of what? Nigeria. Broadly speaking, I stand to be corrected. Broadly speaking, national question in Nigeria are two. There may be more than that, but majorly there are two broad national questions which we need to address in this country. And these two broad national questions triggered other problems. In other words, these two broad national questions in Nigeria triggered and brought about other problems. What are these two broad national questions as far as Nigerian political entity is concerned? We have the national question of citizenship and indigenship. We have the national question of what? Citizenship and what? Indigenship. And secondly, we have the national question of resource control and allocation. Resource control and what? Allocation. When we say citizenship and indigenship crisis, it's a very big problem in this Nigerian Federation. I, standing before you, I should be able to regard myself as a Nigerian citizen anywhere I go within the Nigerian Federation. I repeat, I should be able to regard myself as a Nigerian citizen. I should be able to enjoy maximum rights in any part of the Nigerian Federation, irrespective of where I am giving birth to, irrespective of where I was giving birth to. I may be giving birth to in Lagos State. If I go to Kaduna State, I should be able to enjoy the same rights as the what? People of Kaduna. If I go to Imo State, I should be able to enjoy the same right as the people of what? Imo, regardless of where I'm giving birth to. Inasmuch as I am a Nigerian citizen, therefore, in any part of Nigeria, I should be able to enjoy equal rights as other Nigerians in other part of Nigeria Federation, regardless of where I'm giving birth to. This is a problem we have not been able to solve. If I go to Imo State, I will be regarded as a what? Second-class citizen, all because I'm not the original soil of that land, or because I'm not giving birth to in Imo State. This is very wrong. It's a citizenship crisis. An Imo indigene coming to Kwara State should be able to enjoy equal right as the people of what? Kwara. Even though he is not giving birth to in Kwara. This is the way we should be able to what? Look at what? The people of Nigeria, any part of the Nigerian Federation, I should be able to enjoy equal rights as other Nigerians. But is this analysis the same? Is it the reality? No. And that is the reason why we are not getting it right. That issue of indigenship and citizenship should be resolved through a constitutional amendment to ensure that any parts of the Nigerian Federation, any citizen of Nigeria that go to any part of the Nigerian Federation should be able to enjoy equal rights as other citizens, regardless of your place of birth. There should be an urgent constitutional amendment to what? Make provision for what? Crisis of citizenship and what? Indigenship. Most times, indigenship is regarded as what? People that are actually born in a particular place. And I repeat, indigenship in Nigerian context means what? People that are born in a particular place. Therefore, it is taken differently from citizenship. If you are born in Nigeria, therefore you are a Nigerian citizen. But if you are born in Lagos State and you go to Kaduna State or any other place outside your actual place of birth, you are not going to enjoy equal rights as those people in the other part of Nigeria. This is a very serious problem in our federation. Until this problem is addressed, the political system in Nigeria will not grow. Secondly, we have problem of resource control and allocation. As we all know, the different parts of Nigeria are blessed with one resources or the other. Groundnuts, rice, crude oil, palm oil, cocoa, and many other resources. We have them in different parts of Nigeria, in different parts of the state. But the chief, the most important of these resources is what? Crude oil. The most important of these resources is what? Crude oil. And that is the chief foreign exchange earner of Nigeria. Nigeria huge revenue come from crude oil. Crude oil has been a point of emphasis as far as our what? National wealth and resources is concerned. Therefore, Nigerian politicians, Nigerian leaders over the years have put their eyes in this particular crude oil, in these particular resources. And these resources are what? Produced in certain states in Nigeria. We call them the oil producing states. Where this problem now comes is that these states are complaining that they are not enjoying the resources that have been derived from their states. These states, especially the Niger Delta states, like Rivers State, Imo State, and the likes, they are complaining that these resources are taken away from them, but they are not enjoying the what? Revenue from these resources. It's a very big challenge. It's a very big problem. This same crude oil has brought about the establishment of many organizations in Nigeria. This same crude oil, let me repeat that, has brought about the what? Establishment of many workplaces, has generated a whole lot of different occupation. And people that occupy these positions in these places generated by these crude oil resources are dominated by certain ethnic groups. This crude oil we are talking about has brought about different occupational activities that are engaged by different Nigerians. The question is this: who are the Nigerians that occupy, who are the tribes that occupy these different places of work generated by these resources called crude oil? Predominantly, we talk about the Hausas, the Yorubas. Why the people that are actually making these resources available are complaining that they are not enjoying from the wealth of these resources? The wealth of these resources, the benefit of these resources, these people are complaining that they are being enjoyed by who? The tribe of Hausas, Yorubas. This is a very big problem. They are calling for a change. They are calling for a what? A constitutional amendment that will make sure that these resources are effectively what? Distributed. The complaint has been that what? Few elite people, few elite groups, few ethnic groups, notably the Hausas, the Fulanis, the Yorubas are the one enjoying from these resources. While the states in Nigeria that are making these resources possible and available are being marginalized. This is a very critical problem that has been calling for what? Change by the people that are aggrieved. My dear brothers and sisters, these are the two broad national question that is battling our political entity. Therefore, other problems started cropping up. Other challenges started cropping up from these two broad national questions. What are the other challenges coming up? What are the other challenges cropping up from these two broad national questions? We have the challenge of bribery and corruption in the oil industry, in the crude oil industry, in the petroleum industry. There are series of bribery and corruption. There are series of mismanagement of funds and resources. These two, actually, bribery and corruption, mismanagement of funds and resources, they generated from the problem of what? Crude oil. The bribery and corruption, the mismanagement of funds and resources, they actually emanate from these resources I'm talking about, which is crude oil. We also have problem of election malpractice. Political leaders want to win election by all means, a do or die affair, just because of one reason. They want to have the control of the world. The same crude oil we are talking about, which is the chief foreign exchange earner of Nigeria. The reason why politicians make election a do or die is because of what? They want to have the control of these resources I'm talking about. Crude oil. Once they win the election by dubious means, therefore they believe that they can have control of the what? Resources of the state. And the chief resources of the state that is earning the state big is the crude oil we are talking about. We also have tribalism. Problem of tribalism also crop up from these two broad national questions. Employment into places of work, employment into occupational activities involving crude oil are based on tribalism, are based on ethnicity. Tribalism cannot be what? Divorced from citizenship and indigenship crisis I talked about earlier on. And therefore, my dear listeners, my dear viewers, if we must overcome our political challenges, these two broad national questions, these two broad Nigerian questions must urgently be addressed for us to have